Not gonna lie, I'm so excited to share with you my 4-part method for salary negotiation because it works like a dream. And if you don't have time to stay for the whole thing, bookmark this because I guarantee you've never heard it explained like this before. And this is the kind of thing that can add thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to your income over your lifetime if you know how to do it correctly. So I'm gonna break down the 4 parts, but before we do that, I first want to focus on your mindset because a lot of times when people go into salary negotiation, they're thinking, oh, the employer's way up here and I'm down here and I'm just trying to get the job. Your business partners. Right now, you're equals. They've made you an offer. You're not happy with the offer. You don't feel like it's fair. So you're going to go back and negotiate and get to a win-win situation. Now, some key things here is to take the emotion out of it. Don't react. Don't think, oh, they're trying to undercut me or they don't value me enough because they didn't offer me enough. Let's not go there. Let's keep our head in the game, stay super objective, eye on the prize, okay? And so with that in mind, we're going to go into this. They've made me an offer. I'm not accepting it. I'm going to first see what I can do to get this offer more to my liking. You good? All right, great. So part number 1 is setting that tone and saying, wow, thank you so much. I'm really honored and excited about the opportunity to work for you. Okay, so it's positive. You're indicating, I'm probably going to take this thing. Did we say we're taking it? No, but we complimented them and showed them gratitude for the fact that they made an offer, okay? Very important that you open that way. Then we're going to move into step 2, which is giving them some data, okay? Because you're asking for more money. So you're going to have to set them up with some data based on your research. So you're probably going to hit up sites like Glassdoor, their Know Your Worth calculator, payscale.com, salary.com. Go to a couple different places so that you can cite that. And then you're going to give them a range of what these types of jobs are going for based on your research, okay? Because to just say, I want more money because isn't enough. We're going to do the research and talk about other places that are offering higher rates, okay? So this comes out something like this. I appreciate your offer. I did a little research though, and I found that jobs like this get paid anywhere between $70,000 and $90,000, and that research is based on what I saw on Glassdoor.com, payscale.com, and salary.com, okay? It's important. You've got to give that data and that where you got it, the source of the data. And then you're going to give them a number. And this is where a lot of people get thrown off or don't think you should. But let me tell you why. If you don't tell them what you want to make within that range, that's the first thing they're going to ask you. So why not go on the offensive and tell them flat out, this is what I'm looking to make. So you're going to need to decide that up front, and you're going to give them a number. So you might say, based on my research from these sources, it's 70 to 90,000 for these types of jobs. I'm looking to make 80,000, and here's why. Okay, so that second component gives the research and data, but also gives them a number, okay? Which leads us to component number 3, which is you're gonna back up why you're worth more money. Now, I want you to stop and think about this. Companies hire you to solve problems and alleviate pain, and you need to justify the cost of hiring you. You need to save or make them enough money to cover the cost of hiring you. And just so you know, it's not just your salary, it's all the tax and other expenses. So most people say it costs about 130 to 140% of your salary to hire you. So now you're asking for more money on top of that. So you're going to want to talk specifically about your UVA, your unique value add. And this is where you're going to pull this from your resume. Now, hopefully you've done a quantifiable resume, a data-driven resume where you talk about the accomplishments in a fact-based way. You're going to think about the pain points they talked about in the interview. If you know how to interview correctly, and if you don't know interview prep, check it out down below in my series, but you need to pull out of them, what is this person solving for? How is this job important and valuable? Once you know that, when you get to the negotiation phase, you're gonna say, the reason I think I'm worth 80,000 is because you talked about this problem and how important it is that this job solve for that. Well, as you remember, number 1, I've got 15 years with this specific skill set that's vital to it. Number 2, I've done 25 plus projects very similar in scope. Number 3, I've worked with companies your size and larger, so I know how to get you to that next level. Something along those lines, okay? You're gonna take out the examples from your resume and you're gonna use them as support evidence that you exceed what is required for the job in order to really solve for that pain, okay? And get them through their problems. This is how you remind them, this is why you chose me. And it also says subtly, if we don't move forward, then you're missing out, right? Because you're proving your value, your unique value add. Okay. Now the 4th step is to close and leave it open-ended. What I don't want you to do is say, can you do this yes or no today? Because most likely the person that you're talking to can't make that decision and will say no. So instead you want to close by saying, I know you probably need to go back and talk to some people about this. I completely understand. I just want to tell you, if you can get me to the 80,000, I guarantee it's going to be worth every penny. I'm going to exceed your expectations. It's going to really give you the return on the investment you're looking for in this candidate. Again, we're talking value and worth, okay? Now, make sure you bookmark this, come back, listen to it a couple times, stop, take notes, write out your 4 components, and rehearse it. Get it ready, get it smooth, okay? Because you want to be calm and composed. Now, once you deliver this message, one of 3 things is going to happen. In the best case scenario, they're going to say yes, and you're going to be all excited and say, thank you so much. You will not regret it. I can't wait, okay? Scenario number 2 is when they come back and say, oh, we can't do this right now, but we could do it in the near future. All right, we want to nail down some facts when they say this. So you would say, great, that's wonderful to hear. Can we talk about what it would take to get there in 6 months? What are the milestones I'll need to hit? And can we type that up together and make that part of my contract? Okay. That way, you know in your heart that you have these milestones to hit and you could get this in 6 months. It's not a year later. There's specific milestones and they're aware of it as well. Now, if they can't do that, if they can't give you those dates, what does that say? It says they may not be telling you the truth. We don't know for sure, and they could even be lying if they say it, but it's certainly more suspect if they can't get that in writing and help you map that out. So then it's going to be up to you to decide, am I okay taking it at this price point? Which you could and keep looking for another job, right? Or do you want to wait and look for something better? This is going to be your call. Now, the third and probably the worst option is they flat out say, no, we can't do it. You're going to do very similar to the last one, which is you're going to say, okay, I understand. Can we talk about when that might be possible? How far out in the future would it be before I could earn that pay, and what would it take? Once again, we're looking for hard numbers and evidence to support the fact that this is possible someday. The reason I want you to suss this out is they could be a commodity player, a commodity employer, simply meaning that they have no intention of ever paying more for this type of position. And if they can't give you evidence to support that they will, then you know that's the case, and you have to decide again, do you want to take it and keep looking for another job, or should you pass entirely, all right? But once you've rehearsed and delivered, and once you've prepared and know what the 3 things could be for responses and how to do that, you're going to sit in the driver's seat. And let me just tell you something. When you prepare like this, what's the subtle sign you're sending to them? That you know your value, and that if you don't get the value, you're going to go someplace else. You're not being rude about it. You're not being overt about it. You're just making it very clear, you know, that this is what you want and what you need. And if you partner with me and give me that, I'm really going to make good on it, right? That's how you want to present yourself. And you're going to feel so much better for it, okay? Now, if you made it this far, I want to give you 2 more things to consider, okay? The first is, why aren't you working with a career coach? Why aren't you working with me? If you like these videos and you would love to be coached, then I want you to think about working with a career coach, and here's why. There are a lot of things you don't know that you need to know. There are a lot of questions you're not asking that you should be asking. Those are often what holds people back from getting the results they're looking for. So think how many people are watching this right now going, I didn't even know to do this, right? There are a lot of those things that you were never taught that if you learn them could quantum leap your career. And I'm really proud because over the last 20 years, my team and I have built an online career coaching platform that is super affordable and comes with a 7-day risk-free trial. So if you want to check it out, we're workitdaily.com. The link's in my bio, 7-day risk-free trial. And our first membership starts at $19 a month. That's it. After the 7 days, you're going to get all of our courses on everything from salary negotiation, interview prep, resume, LinkedIn, cover letter, getting recruiters to come to you, so many different topics all in there, coaching sessions, as well as community. Again, learning all the things you didn't know you didn't need to know. 7-day free trial, workitdaily.com. You're not ready for that though. Thanks to TikTok, I am part of a beta series, and I have all these little micro learnings right here. I recorded the videos, they're right here inside the app on things like behavioral interviews, resume cover, and LinkedIn, and even how to find a job that suits you. And they're inexpensive. We do have to charge a little because they take a big app fee, so we have to cover our costs. But it's right here, and each one has a couple videos that are free, so you can see if you like my coaching style. But I am telling you, coaching changes your life when it comes to your career. It is so, so worth it. And I'm very proud. We've worked very hard to create affordable and accessible career coaching for everyone. So I hope you check it out, whether it's workitdaily.com in the 7-day free trial or these amazing little micro learnings from our TikTok beta series. But no matter what, thank you, TikTok. Thank you for trusting me with your questions. Please keep the questions coming. Good luck. Go get them.